Hello and welcome back to Pendor. We're in a very small battle right now, but I've actually just retrieved a bunch of my CKO troops, and I'm very much hoping that we'll be able to test them out here and actually see how good they are, or how bad. I mean, I think they're pretty good as it is, but I haven't actually done any of the upgrades yet, you know, the instant upgrades that you can pay for. Haven't done any of those just yet, so obviously they're going to get even better. I'm just waiting for Sir Jocelyn to come back, and hopefully he'll then provide us with a little bit more iron flesh for them, because at the moment they are a little bit... I think they might be a bit too easy to eliminate. I'm not entirely sure on that. Don't quote me on it, because I actually haven't looked to see how much HP they have. But we should probably do that, shouldn't we? we should probably take a look and actually see how much they have. But does it matter? I don't know, because they seem pretty effective as it is. As you can see right there, we just absolutely obliterated this vassal in a matter of moments. And yeah, that's basically what I've been doing in my off-screen time. There's been a bunch of time that I've spent so far, and yeah, so pretty much what has happened is this. I decided, you know what, 7 cross keep, probably not particularly worth it right now, not because it's not a particularly useful castle to have, because obviously from here you can technically launch attacks into Sarlian itself if you wanted to do that. However, from my perspective, it may seem like a bit too much of an effort to take it with our current setup, because as it stands right now, that castle is actually really good at countering enemy archers, and we are of course the enemy in that case, so not sure if we're really going to be able to do anything there. However, I would like to be able to maybe take this. I'm not entirely sure what the layout is of this. That's the main issue, but you can see here, I mean, it's just a standard, you know, it's a standard garrison. We may be able to take it if we are lucky. I'm no longer the marshal, by the way, because I took a look and my controversy was quite high because we were retreating a bunch. Oh, there's another Doom Guide. Yes, we want as many Doom Guides as we can get our hands on. Thank you very much. So that is going to be amazing. I actually do have... How many Doom Guides? How many Doom Guides do I have? Yeah, this is the problem with having so many troops. You just can't find any. There we go. 8. We have 8 Doom Guides, which is actually fantastic. Very, very pleased with that. But we also have 24 Biscuit Sergeants, and actually just take a look at, they have 77 health, 7 iron flesh. Wait a minute, really? Oh, okay. Is Sir Jocelyn actually back with us already, or? Because I sent him off because I thought that, oh, wait a minute, maybe they already had some iron flesh, and maybe me increasing it to 7 was, I mean, well, maybe me sending him off was an absolute waste of time. Maybe that is indeed the case. I don't know, but yeah, we've actually leveled up as well, as you can see. So what do we want to go for? Well, as I've said before, there's not actually that much for me to go for any further, with the exception of one more point in Power Strike. We could do another point in Riding as well. That might be kind of useful. And obviously if we do have an overabundance of Qualis Gems, which we're not going to have at the moment, but who knows in the future. But I think we'll go for another point in Intelligence, and we'll just go for the Power Strike and round off the Riding skill as well. So they're all at 8. I think that seems like a pretty decent idea. Oh yeah, by the way, I will be going over to the old hideout, and I'll be reading the leadership book, because we've had that in there for ages, and yeah, we should probably do that, shouldn't we? So I think that makes a bit of a difference at the very least. Anyway, let's just go straight on in here. I'm not sure whether we're going to be able to achieve victory here. It very much depends. I'm actually kind of hoping that Leslie will level up. I don't know why she hasn't leveled up in a long, long time. We're going to reject the peace agreement. Of course we are going to reject that. Why wouldn't we? And we're just going to go straight on in. Let's see what the... Oh, okay. Ooh, okay, okay, I see. Yes, it's this one. We might be okay. Hopefully I'm not going to get shot. I am getting targeted, but hopefully I won't get shot badly. Yeah, I mean, this might be okay. It very much depends. This is a big, this is a big sort of if. You know, it's a, you know, it's an if thing rather than... I don't know, actually. I'm not sure whether we're going to be able to do this, because here's the thing. There are many, many archers on the... Are you serious right now? Look at that. Look at that arrow right there. Look at that arrow. It is literally embedded in an invisible wall. That is what we call an invisible wall, friends. Yes, that is great. Okay, well, hopefully that's not going to happen again. Hopefully we can just avoid that. There we go. Take out that halberdier. Actually, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to take out one of the... Oh, yes, the invisible wall is absolutely murdering me right now. It's basically the invisible wall is giving me the most trouble out of anything here, which is hilarious. That is such a classic for me, isn't it? And let's just move our cavalry in here, move our archers in here as well. This is going to be a bit of a bloodbath. Not sure whether we can actually make this work. Because the enemy is going to absolutely slaughter us with their archers. I mean, this is an absolutely fantastic layout for them. And I'm hopeful that maybe I'll just get a decent vantage point. I mean, you can see here, as long as we, maybe once we get our infantry in here, we may in fact be able to do okay. Because, oh no, they're focusing on my Doom Guides. You better not focus on my Doom Guides. How dare you? Anyway, you know, basically those guys are so incredibly good. They are so good. I don't really want to see them die. But yeah, it seems like we might be okay here, maybe? I mean, these are really thin ladders as well. This is one of those times where I really wish Warband had much better ladders, because, I mean, obviously, this is very much on purpose. It's to make it a little bit more difficult. Wow, we are absolutely slaughtering everyone here. This is fantastic. This is very good, actually. There we go. Okay, wait a minute. Who am I being shot by? Who am I being shot by? I don't see him. He's over there to the right, I assume. Okay, I did not really want to fall off. Have they received reinforcements already? I think they have, right? No. Now they're receiving reinforcements. Okay, let's tell our cavalry and our infantry to charge in. Maybe we're going to be able to make a small dent in their defenses, he says, as he gets shot by something. I have no idea what, though. Don't know what I got shot by. Okay, so that guy's going in. He's not going to do much. That fellow might do something, so we should probably go with him. Let's try not to die, friends. Oh, dear. Oh, no. I'm getting shot, aren't I? Yeah, this is bad. Can I jump? Yeah. No, I do not want to do the jetpack thing. I don't want to do the jetpack thing. Okay, there we go. Ah, no, we died. Of course. Yeah, that is, of course, going to be the case. Oh, well, never mind. How many did we eliminate so far? 121. We might be okay if my forces can get onto the battlements. That's the main thing here. If they can get onto the battlements and actually clear these enemies out, which is kind of what I was hoping they would do, then we'll have a really good shot of achieving victory in one fell swoop. However, obviously, that is a big if. As I said at the very start, I said, "Oh, there's a big if on this," instead of anything else. You know, it's not a case of when. It's more like if we're going to be able to do this in one go. It would have been absolutely fantastic. I'm kind of already speaking like we're going to be retreating, which does kind of seem like maybe that is going to be the case, because we have eliminated a huge amount of their archers, as far as I'm aware. And if we can just, well, maybe retreat and then come back in, maybe we'll have a slightly better time of things, because the enemy is not going to have as many archers. We did just receive reinforcements, however. Maybe it's going to go okay. I don't know. Maybe it's going to go okay. Anyway, we did actually lose 2 Doom Guides so far, which, you know me, I love them, and unfortunately I'm losing quite a few, and they're so difficult to level up. They take a long time, let's just say that. They take a long time, so yeah, it's really sad actually that many of them are being eliminated, but you know, you're gonna have to take some casualties here and there. But please, are you serious? Look at that, I just lost another 2. What? Okay, I don't know why that's happening. That's absolutely ludicrous. Why is that? Okay, well, I certainly wasn't expecting that. I was kind of expecting, yeah, okay, we'll lose 1 or 2. Sure, we'll lose 1 or 2, but I'm thinking maybe we'll just retreat here. Yeah, I think we're starting to lose too many troops for my liking. And we did lose 20 renown, but obviously, as you got to remember here, in a really good battle, you can gain 20 renown back super easily. And losing some honor, yeah, sure, okay, that's kind of, yeah, it doesn't really matter either way, basically. 1 honor here or there is not going to make any difference, unless we lose a little bit more than that. I actually don't know. I need to check my honor rating so that we can actually see what's going on with it. But we did actually end up losing 4 Doom Guides. However, we eliminated how many of these armored longbowmen? Yeah, almost all of them in my opinion, yes. So that is obviously a really big win right there. 46 longbowmen as well were eliminated. So if they can't actually deal damage to us, we should be absolutely fine. Let me actually just abandon the siege real fast and just level up Kavera, and we also have a bunch of other people that need to level up too. Let's get her another point in power throw, I guess. She is a power throw specialist after all, and she's also really, really good with her two-handed. And let's actually have a look. Is there anything else here that we can go for? No, not really, actually. Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, as you can see, they have 1 armored longbowman and 31 regular longbowmen. And they still have quite a few Knights of the Lion, which I would have preferred to have eliminated, of course, but you can't really choose that, obviously. There's no choosing which ones you're going to kill and which ones you're not. Oh dear. Ah, there is a bit of a problem. Yes. Duke Alamar is making things a little bit uncomfortable for us right now, so we're going to have to do battle with him. He actually attacked the wrong target. If he had attacked me straight away, he would literally have basically won this, as far as I'm aware. I think he probably would have won this. It depends. It depends what his forces are made up of, because obviously Duke Alamar, as far as I'm aware, he used to be the Lord of Laria, you know, LOL, and that's the point. He is no longer any further, because obviously we took it. So that's the point. If we can actually achieve victory here, then we will be having a free and clear road to where we want to go, which obviously is to take Marlians and then hopefully be able to take the other things nearby. However, that nearby castle, you know, the one to the northeast of Marlians, that is, in my opinion, from what I can recall, a siege tower. And a siege tower, well, that's going to be difficult. Yeah, that's going to be difficult. Well, obviously it depends on the layout, of course, and all that other stuff, but generally you're not going to have, hopefully not going to have too many issues with it, or at least I hope not. Anyway, hopefully my forces will be able to do something here. This guy actually still has Knights of the Clarion Call. Why does he have Knights of the Clarion Call still? I guess he must have built another Knighthood Order chapter somewhere else, and he was able to recruit them from there. I guess that's the only thing I can really think of. Let me just switch to my two-handed real fast. Oh, they're getting murdered. Yeah, that is exactly what we want to see. Okay, let's just block this guy a little bit. These fellows don't have lances as far as I'm aware, so... Oh, this guy has a lance. I saw him coming. I saw him coming and I was like, oh, yep, that's me dead. That is absolutely me dead. You know, it wouldn't be a Warband series if I didn't get killed at least once per episode by a lance. Oh well, never mind. It doesn't really matter too much. As we can see right here, my Biscuit Sergeants are absolutely tearing them apart. And it's going to hopefully continue like that as well. Once we've killed all of the, you know, charging units, then the archers will be eliminated as well in due time. I mean, you can see right here, we've got a bunch of archers ready for the picking. Hopefully my people will be done with the infantry combat. Yes, it does seem as though they are. And what's going to happen now is we're going to get some snipes. Oh yeah, we're going to get some snipes going on. And as you can see, the Doom Guides actually do seem to come in here with their Doom Maces as well. That actually makes them extremely proficient at killing high-value targets as well. And they also do obviously allow you to take more prisoners as a result. But they're not very, shall we say, they're not very common, you know. I mean, you can get Seer Initiates quite easily, and maybe even Seer Favorites quite easily, but leveling them up, it takes a long time, and that's why it's so wonderful when you actually do get those guys, because they actually do have an amazing amount of stats. As I've shown you in the previous couple of episodes, Doom Guides have basically slightly better stats than a Noldor Ranger, if you can believe it. That's pretty crazy. Anyway, there we go. We were able to achieve victory against this fellow. I am gonna let him go, I guess, for some honor. And we'll take this and this. And how much food do I have remaining? I actually have no idea. He can just take the prisoners. And yeah, so King Ulric is actually here, which is quite funny. So it seems like King Ulric is going to be going into the battle in just a moment as well. This is going to be quite funny. Is he? He is. Oh, that is so funny. That is very, very amusing. I'm super surprised that he decided to do the exact same thing as his predecessor. That is not a very smart idea. Let's just say that. That is not a very smart idea. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a slightly different strategy here. This is actually a strategy that I like to use when you don't really want your archers to waste their arrows. And basically what it is going on the low ground. I know, it sounds really, really stupid. I know, it does. However, the main thing that we want to try to maximize here is the, well, shall we say, killing window. The killing window of enemies. I know, there's been a lot of, shall we say, disagreement with my strategy here in the past. Because, let's face it, if you have the high ground, obviously it's a lot better to have the high ground most of the time. But if you can make this work, you will see that this is actually really, really strong. If the enemy doesn't have a huge amount of archers, of course. If you're doing this against Noldor, then yeah, you probably don't want to do that. But if you're doing this against a regular opponent, then it might be okay. Alright, here we go. So yeah, basically what I'm trying to do here is I was actually hoping that he would charge. That was the main thing. I wanted him to actually charge here, but he's deciding not to do that. So that's a little bit of a spanner in the works for me. Maybe I can do some damage here and there. Maybe I can distract some of them. And these guys are actually charging straight off. Okay, let's tell my cavalry to charge. See, now this is the whole point. Basically, look at this. Now it's basically like, it's kind of like I don't know, like I don't know. I'm not sure how to really describe it, but basically it makes it so much easier for our forces to acquire targets, because they don't have so many targets to go for, if you know what I mean. So basically, they're going to immediately just try attacking the ones closest to them and the ones that they can see, whereas the enemy's archers, they're going to be so far away, and their infantry are going to be so far away that the archers of ours will not be targeting them, and instead they'll just target the enemy's cavalry, and that's kind of what you wanted them to do, or that's what I wanted them to do. Unfortunately, it does seem as though we're having some big problems though with the random troops that my allies have. As you can see, my allies are just getting absolutely obliterated here, which is to be expected, of course. With so many Knights of the Lion, King Ulrich is doing a lot of damage, but hopeful that my archers will carry us through here. I mean, they should carry us through because they are insanely good at what they do. Okay, let's just kill that one. Just gonna run down that fellow. There we go. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. And I think we should be good, actually, but let's just spread these guys out a little bit as well. Should have probably done that beforehand, but I was a little bit preoccupied with whether the fellows were going to charge, but they decided not to, which was kind of weird. But anyway, let's see what I can do here. Hopefully I won't die. I mean, it's likely, isn't it? It's likely that I'm going to die because I am very low in HP, and if I'm going to go after the archers, I'm going to get shot inevitably, as you can see right there. Okay, well, let's just try to be a bit careful, and I'm going to tell my archers to charge in now. Yep, I'm going to tell them to charge in because they're going to be able to move forward, and hopefully that's going to be good. Obviously, there is another small benefit to fighting all the way at the back of the battlefield, and that is that your spawn location is then going to be in front of where you are and behind the enemy. So instead of it being behind you, it's going to be behind the enemy, and then you're basically going to sandwich them. So if you're having some big problems and they are actually overwhelming you, then your reinforcements that spawn in, they're going to absolutely obliterate the enemy. If they are obviously having a bunch of archers there, then, you know, the enemy is just going to lose all of them. If you have decent enough troops coming in as the reinforcements, of course. And if I can just do some damage here, I would be quite pleased. I mean, I'd like to level up as many times as possible, but obviously, as far as I am aware, I think I have a completely vanilla installation of Pendor, so I don't actually have any experience gain increases or anything like that. I think, at least, because that's the thing. Obviously, in the past, I've used those kinds of tweaks where the experience gain is slightly faster, just because, you know, YouTube series want to make sure that it is as smooth and as fluid as possible, so we don't have to wait around, and I don't have to spend months upon months off screen, you know what I mean? But as far as I'm aware, it is actually vanilla, so that's the reason why we're still level 31 rather than anything else, because I feel like I've gotten a lot of kills. I mean, obviously that's quite funny because I did get 150 kills in that one siege, and I was kind of hoping I'd get one of those really cool achievements, like the really high tier ones, the ones that give you power strike or something like that. But for some reason I wasn't able to. I don't know why, but I just didn't get it, so I can only assume that maybe it's a higher kill count, or maybe I needed the previous achievement first, but I highly doubt that that's the case, but who knows. I haven't actually looked up the achievements or anything like that, but they do give you some really good gameplay benefits, and this is exactly what I was talking about. Obviously, we already retreated from Malians, but you can see here that we just gained 38 renown, so that has basically covered, and then some, you know, the retreat that we just did. So, in my opinion, that's pretty cool. Okay, so this guy has no reputation, as you can see right here. So basically what I could decide to do is take him prisoner or let him go. Doesn't matter either way. I think I'm probably going to take him prisoner because we need the cash, and I think that's probably going to be the best idea for us. And we're just going to take some of these things as well. Not all of it, of course. And we've got some prisoners here as well. I'm not actually wanting to take those in case we have to run away. I don't think we will have to, but just in case, you know, just in case. There's always that opportunity to run away at this point. And we're going to go for some more power strike with Alyssa here. Basically, with Alyssa, I'm trying to make her into kind of like a similar version of Kavera, where they both have thrown weapons, and they're really, really harsh to sort of close in on. And if you do close in on them, then they're going to have insane two-handed skill or polearm skill, and they're just going to murder everything in sight. That's kind of the goal there with their character build. Anyway, 4,400 for that fellow. 28,000. Okay, thank you very much. I'll take 28,000. Did he give me 28,000 before? I somehow doubt it. I feel like I didn't get 28,000 before. Was I scammed? I feel like I've been scammed now. Oh no. Did he just get off scot-free with basically paying nothing? I have no idea. Anyway, we got a bunch of troops nearby here, a bunch of vassals coming relatively close to us, and I'm a little bit dubious about whether I'm actually going to be able to continue my siege of Malians, because it's going to take me 9 hours, or shall we say it's going to take Leslie 9 hours to be able to construct the siege ladders. Even though that is an extremely quick time, it's still going to provide the enemy maybe potential openings to attack us with a lot of vassals. So yeah, that's also, by the way, the reason why I do have the campaign AI on a lower setting, because it is just annoying when they come back within 2 seconds. That just doesn't make sense, you know, in my opinion at least, just doesn't make sense. So that's the reason why I have that on that setting, because you can see exactly what it's like on a lower setting, and instead of, you know, the higher setting, because the higher setting is just going to have them come back immediately with some of the highest tier troops that you can think of, and that's just not humanly possible from a semi-realistic standpoint. Even it's just basically like you know, they're magically conjuring them up or something like that, which is obviously fine if you want to do that. If you want to have a really hard experience where the AI cheats a little bit, then you can obviously do that. You know, that's your choice. But from my perspective, that just grinds my gears super hard, because I'm just like, what? I've just lost 50 of my best troops fighting this particular fellow, and now he's come back with the exact same army and he wants to kill me again. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that I would like to try and avoid if at all possible. So yeah, those are the kinds of things why I decide to, you know, put the campaign AI on a slightly different setting, because it is just annoying, in my opinion at least. Anyway, so yeah, that was very, very easy. He obviously decided to walk into us, and we were prepared for him. And you can see there my archer's doing an absolutely fantastic job. Literally, anyone tries to get close to them, the biscuit sergeants alone are just going to absolutely murder everything. I don't have too many T-Knights, by the way. My T-Knights are, well, in the minority. We only have 4 of them as far as I'm aware. There's one of them. That's actually quite funny how I have one of them there. Why is it... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Does it not have a weapon? Does it... I'm actually wondering whether it has a weapon now. because it had no weapon in its hand as it was cheering. Does it not have a weapon? Is that the reason why it sucks? Or I'm wondering, is that the reason why it sucks? Let me have a look. Wait a minute. T-Knights. No, they're supposed to have a weapon, but can they use it on horseback? I think they can, right? Wait. No. I don't want to talk to you right now. I want to go to Kavera, I think. Kavera has that weapon. No, you can use it on horseback. This is what this is what they have, by the way. I gave both of my troops, the sergeants and the knights, a runed silver axe, not the chipped version, obviously, but the regular version. And yeah, as you can see, they can use it on horseback. So I'm a little bit perplexed as to what's going on there, but okay. Yeah, actually something that I wanted to do. Let me actually just take a quick look here. Yeah, I think I might actually be swapping this around. There we go. Because someone very rightly said that weight has a much greater impact on the player character than it does on companions, for example. Because companions are not really going to be utilizing that very well. And Noldor armor is very, very light, as you can see right there. It's 14 weight in comparison to 25. So that's really going to make a huge difference for us, or at least I hope so. And yeah, otherwise we're pretty good, I think. Yeah, I think we can move on here. I've got enough food. Okay. Anything here? No. Okay. Leslie still has not leveled up. I'm actually really surprised that she hasn't leveled. Anyway, shall we go in once again, or should I retreat? Because we're looking pretty wounded right now, you know? We're looking pretty wounded. Not sure. Is he going to go in there? No, he's going to go into Marleon's. Okay, Lord Eric. Oh, no. Okay, fight the Free Company. Go on. Where's he going? What is this guy? What is he actually doing? This guy is so weird. Did you see that? He literally was just, I don't know, running around randomly near to me, thinking to himself, yes, that enemy is very strong, has just defeated King Ulric, and yet I will stay right next to them, just in case they want to attack me as well. I have no idea. I have no idea why he decided to do something like that, but okay. Anyway, let's just move these guys over here. Let's just have them spread out twice. And then we'll just move the cavalry down onto the flat ground, just in case. And, yeah. So basically, my next goal, of course, is to try either to defeat a unique spawn and get a pouch of diamonds, which obviously is going to provide us with the location of the mines of Al-Aziz, or the other option, of course, is to try and get as much money as possible. Getting as much money as possible and then purchasing it ourselves, which we could potentially do. That is a thing that we may want to go for. It very much depends. But yeah, it depends on what's easiest. What do you think is easiest? Well, I think it depends on that as well. It depends on what kind of unique spawn we're fighting. Because if I can find Wolfbode, I might actually be able to defeat Wolfbode in a battle, because Wolfbode himself is not actually very difficult if you have a lot of archers, because most of his troops don't have shields, and so that's obviously going to make a huge difference to our viability, because, well, let's face it, my archers are really good, or at least they should be pretty good, and especially against troops that don't actually have shields, and they don't even have mounts as far as I'm aware for the most part. So yeah, them being cavalry also doesn't really come into it. I'm actually kind of surprised that we're not doing so well here, but that's because this fellow actually does have a huge amount of Pendor Black Archers, and Pendor Black Archers are basically almost as good as Noldor as far as I'm aware, or maybe actually they are as good as Noldor, because they have, as far as I'm aware, they have 400 weapon proficiencies, right? I think they have 400 weapon proficiencies, and that's the reason maybe why this guy was feeling so incredibly confident near to us, because he was like, oh yes, I have many of these, no one's going to attack me. But yeah, well, obviously he was proven wrong right here, and I guess that's how it goes. Yeah, I guess that's how it goes. Anyway, I will be attempting to take Marleon's after this, but not if that vassal is staying in there, because if that vassal's staying in there, then obviously that is just going to prove itself to be too irritating to, you know, actually continue. Because there are many of those times where I just think to myself, you know what, it's just not worth it. you know, it's just not worth it, because if we go in there and he's in there as well, I mean, you can see there, I mean, what does he actually have? He probably doesn't have anything particularly strong, but yeah, I don't know. I think maybe we could do it if we just rested a little bit. So I'll tell you what, if we rest a little bit, I'm just going to tell these guys to go away. Just give me your money. Give me your money, thank you. There we go, we've got 82,000 now, that's pretty nice. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to rest a little bit here. And we're going to see... Oh, he's got 112 now. Ugh. See, now it's back up to basically the exact same number that we had beforehand. That's very frustrating, isn't it? Okay, well, what about this fellow? Can we actually fight him? We might be able to fight him. Where are the 3 seers, by the way? Because the 3 seers are going to be quite dangerous, but they're going to be slow. You know, that's the point. They're going to be slow. This guy's good-natured, so it would be wonderful if we could actually get him to join us, but obviously he's probably not going to do that just yet. Okay, well, whatever the case, let's move these guys into position here, and yeah, so basically my plan now is, in my off-screen time, I'm going to try to maybe not take something, but I will try to injure a garrison enough so that when I begin the next episode, we'll have potential for taking it and then hopefully defending it as well in the process. Hopefully that's going to work out for me, because as it stands right now, we're kind of in a bit of a tricky situation, because this situation right now is basically a bit more of a status quo kind of deal, because I'm not really able to push forward, and yet I can't really be stopped either. You see, the garrisons are the main sort of difficulty spike that we're having now, because I don't really want to lose a huge amount of units in any capacity, but it feels like maybe that is a necessity at this point. Maybe I should just make myself marshal again and just go on another campaign, but that was one of the things that I kind of wanted to lower, you know, because my controversy was actually quite high, so... Well, not high, but you know what I mean. It was a little bit, you know, getting up there. It was getting up there because we were obviously retreating a little bit and everything. Okay, so yeah, these fellows are literally just going to die because I am literally distracting them right now. I'm very surprised actually that they're allowing me to do this, but yeah, I mean, well, you can see exactly what they thought of that. Yeah, but this should be really, really simple for us. And you know what? I think I'm going to end that episode off here. I don't think that there is anything else for me to really do, because I'm going to go back to Laria. What I'm going to try to go for is I'll see what the date is as well, because I'm actually not entirely sure. Have I missed the Noldor tournament? I hope I haven't. If I miss the Noldor tournament, I'm going to be kicking myself all the way from here to, you know, where's that? Senderfall. There we go. All the way from here to Senderfall, because that's on the other side of the map. But, yeah, hopefully that is not going to be the case. Hopefully we will not have missed it, and then we'll be able to participate in the Noldor tournament as well. Because as it stands right now, I think I'm actually pretty strong. I think my character's okay. You know, I mean, he could definitely be stronger if we, you know, continued, you know, drinking all those elixirs and so on and so forth. But I really do want to get that rune weapon, so I'm going to be saving the Qualis gems for the moment, and then going from there. So let's have a look. What do we get? I'm just going to let this guy go because he's obviously a good vassal right there. And we'll just take these things to sell. And we got a knight. Let's move on. Okay, no, look at this. Oh, perfect. Absolutely perfect. So the Noldor tournament is about to begin. So this is fantastic. This is really, really good timing for us. So that basically means, well, you know what that means. I'm going to go over to the Noldor tournament. I'll probably be doing that at the start of the next episode, and then we'll also be attempting to take Marlians, or at least I will try to take Marlians. There seems like a serious, significant group of enemies. Ah, okay. A significant group of enemies near Warband Castle. I highly doubt it somehow, to be honest. Ah, there we go. So Jocelyn's actually come back. Okay, so I highly doubt he's actually done anything. He's increased their agility by 1. He's increased... Ah, no, he did increase their riding skill. No, he has actually already increased their Iron Flesh skill by 3 to 7. Athletic skill as well, which is actually very nice. And what about their weapon proficiencies? He increased their crossbow proficiency, which is actually not particularly useful, but that's fine. Increased their agility by 1. Increase their riding skill, Iron Flesh, and so on and so forth, and increase their crossbow proficiencies. I want to say crossbow so badly, but I will try to resist it. Okay. Okay, so yeah, anyway. There you go. So we've got Sir Jocelyn back. That's absolutely fantastic. He cancelled the... Oh, he cancelled the quest. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I wonder why he did that. Huh. Wolven Castle is actually... is very, very well defended. Anyway, yeah. So I'll probably start the next episode with the Noldor tournament, and then we'll head on over to a Sarlian fief, hopefully Marlians, and we'll try to take that again. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.